Well, hi. I'm finally done with the morning chores and sitting down in my little stitchy spot. Um, I'm kind of backwards from my stitching spot because I sit in front of the window. Um, and I'm afraid if I turn you around, it'll be too bright. So I do stitch in the living room. My storage for my cross stitch is in my craft room, but I pretty much sit here in the living room and stitch. Mainly because I can't fit a comfy chair in my craft room, too small. It's mainly my sewing room and storage room. So my crafty spots for my crocheting, my knitting, and my cross stitches right here in this living room. And for each one of, for my cross stitch and for my knitting and crochet, I use one of those 3-tier carts that become my craft cart, and I will wheel them out depending on which craft I'm doing and then roll it back in the room. So it pretty much keeps my living room clean, but I do have a designated cart for all of my crafting needs. And I got both carts at, I want to say Michael's has them. I know Joanne has them and Amazon has them. And I know there's one at IKEA, but I got mine from Joann's, and I actually have 3. I have one in the kitchen that I hold my vegetables in. So that's kind of where I started. Was I have the onions and the potatoes, and a top one that I kind of put for placemats and stuff, just to give me a little bit more room. I love my house, but it is a tiny house. Not tiny, like the tiny house, but it is a, it's going to sound huge, but it's only like I want to say 1,200 square feet at the most, but it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home. And it's really nice size for me and my husband. We have 2 rooms that are pretty much the same size, and then the one that my craft room is a little bit bigger, and then the master bedroom with the bath, and then we have a guest bath in the front. So with the my daughter coming home during the summers because she's off at college, her room is the middle room, and we transferred my son's room, who is now 28, just bought his first car, kind of pretty much on his own. We have an air mattress for him, and we took his bed down and made it into a study room office for my daughter when she's here, because COVID really messed her up. So we really just did that for her. And instead of putting the bedroom back together for my son, we decided to make it into an office. So it kind of worked out. And then we have her room that will eventually set up as a guest room. So we'll have an office, my craft room, and a guest room. And they're all kind of small, but for me and my husband, it's great. And when the kids come home, there's 2 rooms that we can put one air mattress up, and there'll be a guest room. And of course, I have 2 couches and plenty of room for guests. So let me go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you my cross stitching that I'm working on. At current, I am tracking 3 projects for this for February and March. I actually have 8 works in progress that are on the cart. If you want to see all of them, let me know, and I'll bring the cart, I'll pull them from the cart. But these are the ones that I'm actually working on and tracking for this, for February and March. I know you saw the Raven Queen. I did work on her in January and February. I put her away and started working on this project here, trying to put some rural stitches in it. I know you've seen it before. This is the ABC Cherry It is out of print. I have found some on, is it eBay? No, Etsy, that you can purchase. It's a real pretty ABC in the cherry. It has the cherries kind of all over. I thought it would be really cute, like done up and then in the kitchen or in a bedroom. I thought would be really nice, depending on the color scheme. This is, I love the red in it. I did get, if I can figure out how to put the picture of the before up, I will. But this one here is, I think I had it started right here, and I went A's over here, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and J, and then L, no, this is L. Not sure how this goes, but if this is A, well, it goes this way and then again this way. So this is U, T, and this is the S, and the P, O, and then the big Q will go here. So I think it's the N that's over here, and OP, and then the M will end this line over here. And then it has this border that goes all the way across. And I think I worked on it for approximately a total of about 6 days. I haven't really gotten down to the counting the stitches I put in or the time. I would love to do that. I've seen a lot of you doing that, and I thought that was really neat, having you know how many stitches you put in. But not up to that, but I did have it out for 6 days, and I usually stitch between, when I'm done with the house, as you can tell I'm a little red from cleaning. I do get flush from cleaning with my MS. I get a little flush. And so I usually sit down and cross stitch for about an hour, hour and a half, and it could go up to 2 hours because Nugget, my partner here, she usually takes a nap between 12 and 3. So from 12 to 3, I'm usually cross stitching, so that's probably 3 hours. And sometimes I will be tired and I will take a nap with her. So it's about 6 days that I worked on that one. And it's coming along. I'm thinking that hopefully we'll have that one done by the end of the year. But I am switching it out with Raven Queen for the rest of April and May. And then I'll bring it back out in June. And hopefully switch those two to get them both done by the end of the year. So those are my big projects that I work on every day. But I'm doing really good. Mondays and Wednesdays are usually my quiet days, I call them. My husband usually bowls in the evening, so he's not home until about 9, 10 o'clock. So in the evening on those 2 days, I can usually get some more cross stitch in, and so I will do that. Or he'll go and lay down in the back because he's tired from work after we've spent some time together, and I will come back up here and stitch for a little while. I usually go to bed about 11, 12. If I'm really into my stitching, it's about 1 or 2. So those are the days I usually take a nap the next day. But so that one is ready to go. The next one that I had up that I know you guys probably saw was February of the Vintage Truck of the Month from Erica Arden of the, I think that's her last name. I really don't know how to pronounce it. It's ARNDT, and she's the over on Confessions of a Home Schooler. She has a really good channel, and I'll go ahead and put her channel underneath, so you guys, if you haven't heard of her, you guys can go check her out. She's she started this last August, and they're all pretty much ready to go. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, after she does the rest of them, she's going to put them into a bundle, and you'll be able to purchase them as a bundle. And she also has quilting ones, excuse me, to match. So this is February, and I am still working on March. I cut out a piece of fabric, and of the 14 count, and it was, I cut it too small. So I went online, and I got some fabric from Amazon, just some white fabric, Ada, and it is 6 pieces of Ada cloth white, 12 by 18, and I could have sworn they said this was a 14, but here's my April. Yeah, it's about a 14. So this is February. I know is on a 14. And this is my other truck on a 14, I'm pretty sure. So this is the April truck that I'm almost done with. And like I said, I cut out the first one too small. So once I got it almost done, there was no way to, that I was going to be able to get it up on and block, get it ready to go. So this one I did put together. I have a little bit of flannel on the back to hold it, because I wasn't real sure what I was going to do. I had it up in just a picture holder, one of those metal things that hold stuff, and it was nice, but I really wanted to mount it up, and especially do it out here, maybe by the door or somewhere, or even in my kitchen, and exchange them every month. So I did go by Target, like I said, and I picked up this little house, and I think it'll look great. I'm gonna have to find something to put, because I think this will be really cool right here, and then have something here to kind of accent it, maybe a wreath. I think the Fat Quarter Shop, when she did hers, she's not using the vintage house. She's got another stitch along she's using. But it was $3 at, $3 at Target in that front section. My Target had a bunch of these, but I figure I only want one, and I'm going to do the exchange with the magnets. I'll have a magnet mounted here, and a washer here so that it'll stick. But I am thinking of finishing this one off, maybe with another piece of fabric behind it, make it a little bit bigger. But I do like this size, so I'm kind of debating still. Kind of like that. Let me know in the comments what you think, if I should put a second fabric around the back side. But that is my vintage trucks for this month, February, and this is April. And I think what I'm going to do is come down and make sure that I have at least 3 inches from the end of it, but I'm not real sure. This is a little 4-inch Omagrid I use for quilting sometimes, and I will measure it off. I think I measured 3 inches right here. Nope, 2. So I have a 2-inch border to go around it. So if I come down and I do a 2-inch from the bottom here, I might be able to get both April and May on this strip here. I'm hoping, though I have enough fabric. But she just released May. Erica just released May. And this is May. I just printed it out. And got to go through my yarn, my floss, and pull out the extra, the light violet and the grape for May. And the rest of the colors look to be real close. The yellow is the same, the green, and the beaver gray, 844, that she uses on the truck tires, which is really good. I'm in the HP Instant Ink Club, they send me my ink whenever my computer gets low, and I think I pay $3.99 for 100 pages. And if I go over, then I pay a little bit more for the pages that I go over. Only time I go over is during tax season. And what they do with the rest of them is they'll roll it over each month. So hopefully in the tax season I won't have to up it. So, but in here I have the thread that it calls for, and a pair of scissors. So all my floss is in here. Some of them I have on floss wrappers, and some of them have been put in bags because I inherited some. I haven't really decided which way I personally want to do it. So I've inherited a lot of floss, and I'm pretty close to having a full range of DMC. There are a few that I still buy, but one friend put them in, had them cut up in these bags, and then some came with on here with the numbers, which was great. And then my mom sent me a bunch on their in their little skeins. So I pretty much have a lot of floss, but not really a good method of doing holding them. So this little box for these little projects that I'm working on right now are really good because you see, this is when I put my cherry alphabet away, I will be putting them back into this bag. And in here we'll have it'll come off, and I'll fold it, and it goes in here with its fabric and its floss. And I have a hoop in here in case I want to do it on a hoop, but usually I'll put it back in the snaps and put it on my floor stand, so I can just do it with that. The bigger projects I like on my floor stand. The little ones, I'm finding I actually like to do them in hand if they're small enough, and if they're a little bit bigger and I need a hoop, I'll put them in a hoop. Don't currently have anything on the rolling frames, the roll frames. I just haven't really gotten anything too big that I had to put that on yet. I just got back into cross stitching probably about 2 years ago, so I've inherited a lot of the projects and some fabrics, and of course the yarn, but I haven't really gotten projects together. And then when I do get projects, I'm you know, ordering some of the fabrics. So I do have some fabrics by Stephanie, I think is the one that I have. And I have, of course, the ones from Joann's that are just from Joann's. I'm not sure what the brand is. So that is the trucks of the month. Then I had one more that I was doing this month that I'll be working on. And that is, let me show you. Let's see, where is my phone? This one is the MVP for the Ukraine piece. And I really didn't get to that this month, but I want to get it done. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. I have Pat Sloan's, you'll see it, I have Pat Sloan's star that she did for the Ukraine as well that I want to quilt up and either put on a wall or put on the door, just to, you know, I really feel for the people over there, and I really wanted to support them as much as I could. I can't, with the fixed income that I'm on, I'm not able to really send money, but I send my prayers, and I'm thinking about them all the time when I'm working on their on this project. And the other one, I don't, oh, here it is. Here's my, oh, let me grab that, and let me give you a better picture of that, that one. It's the Ukraine piece pattern, modern folk embroidery. I can't really see the designer, but this is it. I'll try to find the link for it and put it in the links below if any of you might be interested in it. But like I said, it was when the Russians first invaded, a lot of people were doing this, and the quilts, the quilt blocks, and now they're doing quilts for the refugees as they settle, you know, waiting for whatever's going to happen. And I praise them, the men there that are just holding on to their country. They're just great. So it looks like that's all I have for cross stitching. So I'm going to cross stitch for a little while, and then I'm going to head in the back and I'll bring you back up. I did have one more thing I wanted to show you. I finally weaved the strawberries. It's ready to be framed. I ironed it and starched it and then put it on a cardboard. No padding behind it. I'm thinking of just a frame for in the kitchen, but also my mom had a few of them up in her kitchen. So I'm thinking I might go ahead and send this to her as well for Mother's Day. She can get a frame that matches and then put it up in her kitchen with the rest of her from the same book. She gave me the book. And I'm not real sure. Hopefully I will put in the link below the name of the book, but it's a Leisure Arts, an older one, and I'm not sure if it's still available, but I will try to find the link for it, but definitely give you the name. It's got strawberries and avocados and tomatoes, and it's just a bunch of wonderful vegetables and fruits for the, you know, that you can put in your kitchen. So this one's ready to go, and like I said, I think I'm going to go ahead and send this one to my mom for Mother's Day. I hope she enjoys it. And that's all I have for cross stitching for today. and I will talk to you guys later on. Okay, I made it back to my craft room, and I have a few things in quilting that I would like to share. I think the first one I will start with is the, how do I have it? Oh yes, the Riley Blake block challenge. I'm not caught up yet. I'm gonna get there. I'm supposed to do some today, but Mondays are always hard to get into the craft room, and with recording and everything, I'll get some more done tomorrow. But the first one I wanted to show you was Daisy Chain by Lori Holt. This was the first block. The next block by Beverly McCollin is called Sweetheart. The next one by Christy Lee, or Leah, L-E-A, is Autumn Leaf. The next one is Tulip. Next one is Sundial. This one I had to pull out and repeat twice, so I think it's right now. The lines aren't matching, so I might have to redo it. But this is Sundial by Christopher Thompson, and it is off right here. So I think I'm going to have to redo these two ones because this is way off. These aren't too bad, but I might redo this row and this row. And for some reason, this looks wrong still. It still is. So I have to redo this one. And that is Sundial. Scrappy Churn Dash by Sandy Jarvis. On Point Hourglass by Melissa Mortensen. You'll notice that the oranges and the reds and the yellow is changing. I ran out of the fabric I was started with, and I went to the quilt shop, and I got the Riley Blake Kona solids that closely matched. So they're going to be off a little bit on some of the squares. So when I put it together, I'll have to rearrange. Might not be lined up exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4. I may have to move some things around. The next one that I have is the Lynx by Amanda Norahosh. Sorry. And I do love this. I haven't squared them up yet, just because I have to really get some ironing done, really flatten them out a little bit. And then so I square them up to, they're supposed to be I want to say 10.5, but my squares are coming out 10 inches, and I want to say that is it says 10-inch finish, so I'm thinking this is correct, but I could be wrong. But I want to square it up to about 10, and they're pretty close. So I think if I just even them up, I will have it. I have about 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I have 4 more blocks to do before I catch up. And the last week of the month, they usually don't release any new ones to allow people to catch up. So I'm hoping that I can get the last 4, excuse me, done. So I will be caught up on this project. And I did start this out with just scraps. Unfortunately, like I said, I didn't have enough of the same yellow and orange to go all the way around. So I did go ahead and try to match it as close as possible, but I think it'll work out if I kind of move some of the the first ones that I did before I changed into around the around the quilt, and then quilt it, and I think that will look fine. And that is the Riley Blake Design block challenge for 2022. Unfortunately, I am not all up on the colors. I guess I should really write those down as far as letting you know what fabrics they are. Still kind of new to the quilting part of this, but makes total sense. You do it in cross stitch and knitting and crocheting, you know. The next one that I wanted to show you was let's see, I don't think I have it here, but it is the Ukraine Star block by Pat Sloan. And this is one side of the star, and I have the other side to do, and I have the middle done. And the yellow fabric has the sunflowers in them, so I thought it was very, very appropriate for my Ukraine block. And Pat Sloan is doing quilts for the Ukraine, so if you head over to her channel, I'll link the 2 videos on this so that you'll be able to see what she's got going on and planned. She is raising money for UNICEF for children in the UK. I mean, not in the UK, in Ukraine. So I will get all of that together for you. This would be the block. It comes out to about 18.5. And then she does have the quilt pattern in it also to make the blocks into a pattern, into a quilt. And then those quilts are being donated through Pat Sloan. And again, I will go ahead and link her blog. This is her pattern. And it is on ilovetomakequilts.com. And it's hosted by Pat Sloan. And she also has a YouTube video. I'm sure most of you have seen it, but if not, I will have those links below. The next one I just need to quilt. It was a kit that was at my local quilt shop for Christmas, I want to say 2 years ago. And I got it all done. This is a quarter of it. So it's just squares and long rectangles. And And this is the back for it. So I just need to quilt it and get it done for Christmas. So that's one I'm ready to quilt with, along with the one I showed you last month, which was the As Luck Would Have It from the Fort Worth quilt shop one that they do. I haven't heard of a new one coming out, but a lot of the YouTube videos that I watch say that they're definitely going to be, they should be coming out with something for the summer. My next block, or my next Afghan, is a pattern that Pat Sloan did for the Fat Quarter Shop, their quilt shortcut series. It's called Jelly Roll Sizzle, and it is so cute. Pat Sloan has a few on her channel. Fat Quarter Shop was doing kits for it in these colors, but I have a jelly roll for for Thanksgiving or the fall. So I did 5. They only had 5 different patterns in the jelly roll instead of 6. So I put it together to see how the blocks would look. This is the let's see how we go. Let's see if I can show you. The little pinwheels on here are half triangles off of 2 of the rows on either side, but they have 2 jelly roll streams in the middle of it. I only have the 5. So I'm just kind of curious, maybe you might be able to help me, if I should only do it off of the edge of the 1 or still do it the edge of the 2. So I'm still kind of debating on that one. So if you have any, if you can leave me some comments on what you think. This is the jelly rolls. I have to take it apart, but I definitely wanted to see how big they were going to be. And this is the fabric color that I'll be using for the pinwheels. And like I said, let's see if I can do it. I don't know if that's going to work. Probably not. No. Here we go. So I think the color is good. It's a lighter brown, so it'll accent off of the darker brown, but not be so dark for the others. And then it's even in some of the sunflowers here. It is a shade in there, so I'm hoping that the pinwheels will come out okay on this. I was thinking about doing it in orange, but I just thought that maybe that would be just way too much orange. So that's what I have for the Jelly Roll Sizzle. And this, again, this was by Pat Sloan, and for the Fat Quarter Shop, their short cut series. And you can get that that pattern from them. And then Pat has a bonus border to make it 48 by 48. Thinking I might have to get another, I might have to get some more fabric for this one for the border, but I'll wait and see if I put the border on at all. But there is an option for a border that Pat has on her website. And there is the lap size in it. There's a queen size. And the twin size. And a crib size. So you get the layout for all of those with the Jelly Roll sizzle pattern. And this would be the center. This becomes the center of it. And as you can see, it's 6 rows. So again, I'm going to see if I can do it in 5. But that's that one. Okay. The next thing I have are some things I got today. It just came in. One is Pat Sloan's new book, Tantalizing Tabletoppers. I pre-ordered it from Amazon and it came in today. They have some adorable quilts in here. Placemats. I love these placemats here. I think I'm going to do those. And I love all of them, but I love the runners and the placemats. But I think that if you're, you could probably do a lot of the designs in the placemats. And these are the tops, what she has here, and more on the back. And I did get this from Amazon, and it's marked at $26.99, but yeah, $26.99. But I think it's a good book. There's several patterns in the book that I really want to do, so I think that it'll work itself out. There's a dozen of patterns in here, and I'm really looking forward to doing those. Then I have one more thing to show you. I've been watching a lot of the quilters doing the Cotton Cuts So Sweet Puzzle Mystery. So I went ahead and got the small, and I got clues 1, 2, and 3. And these are the colors that I decided. I got the apple cider colorway, and these are the pattern, the fabric in it. I did order the extra fabric just in case. So these are all my fabrics here. And then all of the pieces are cut, pre-cut for you, and you basically put it together. And I'm sure that a lot of you have seen these already. So I'm hoping to get caught up on my Riley Blake and on this cotton cut. There's, I got 3 of them to catch up with, and then 4 probably is coming out in May, I think. So we'll see. So you can see that they're all cut up. Then where's the bag again? Here it is. Anything else in here? No. Let's see. Oh, here it is. I wanted to show you. This is the booklet that comes with it. It's apple cider, and it has all the prints on the back, so you can see them here and here. So they highly suggest that you either take a picture or make sure that you keep this one with your patterns. There's some tips of doing it. They also have the fall one coming up in July. The first cruise ships in July, and sign-ups for the fall one is on the 23rd. So if you're interested, you can all sign up there. You get a list of the dates that the clues are going to come out. So 3 was for April. May will be out next week and goes all the way till November for this one. And this is for the spring 2022. And then the fall is coming up real shortly. You get a couple of pins with it. And like I said, it's all pre-cut for you. Little triangles. They even cut off the dog ears. So I think this will be fun, because a lot of my problems with my my quilting is my cutting. I still working on getting all the cutting correct. So with these, I don't have to worry about it. So I'm really glad to have this one. That, I think, is everything for quilting. I do have 2 projects, another project that I want to get started, probably not until after I get everything else started, but I wanted to get this done for my mom for Christmas. She is a coffee drinker since I have grown up. So I really thought this would be really cool. It's from the allpeoplequilt.com. It's a Pat Sloan. Pat Sloan designed it, and it's called Sidewalk Cafe. It's really cute. And it comes through the all printer, because I think that they have an AccuCut that they use, or something like that, that cuts the appliques for you. but I'm gonna see how I do. It's gonna be a wall hanging. Oh, really cute. Cute. I'm looking forward to doing my first applique quilting. So I got excuse me, I have a lot going on and a lot of new things to do. This is a quilt that I did quilt this year, part of Erica, The Confessions of a Home Schooler. She did this in her blogs for Christmas. I haven't bound it yet, just because I'm not sure if I want to put do it as a wall hanging yet, or a pillow. I'm thinking a wall hanging because I do have 2 pillows that go on my couch and they're red, but I thought maybe this would be really cute on the wall. So I need to make the pocket that goes in the back to hang it, and then figure out how to hang it. But it's all done, and I have the binding ready to go. So I just have to figure out the how to put the little hanger things on. I think that you can also do like tabs. So I'm looking into that. If any of you have any suggestions or where to find a tutorial on it, I would greatly appreciate it if you leave some comments for me in the down box. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video now for the quilting part. And I will be back for the knitting and crochet. So hopefully, again, this will be up on the 19th or 20th. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Lots of comments in below. I'm hoping that it's going to be one video, but I have a feeling that I'm going to divide it into 3. So you guys don't have to sit for an hour and a half, because for about 45 minutes, because I got about 20 to 30 minutes in the cross stitch and then 20 to 30 minutes here. So I'm hoping that I just divide it to 30 minutes each. That way you guys can skip around and watch what you like, and hopefully we can all get together. Alrighty, I will see you in the knitting and crochet. See you later.